Well, that was exciting. Not really paying attention, and then this happened. I drove it as far as I could, but then you see the fluid leaking out here. That's always good for cars. You want to make sure that you leak the most amount of fluid out, and you get your temperature close to as red hot as possible before you get off the highway. And then make sure you apply yourself on a busy highway. That way it makes it fun for the tow truck driver. Thankfully, I've got a runoff area here, so the tow truck driver should be safe. Man, I don't even know what to say. I hate my drive. Yeah, quiet highway. All right, we'll touch base with you in a little bit. And we have got a new car. Oh, not that one. Nope, hang on. I can't do what normal people do. Okay, so we have the other G35 here. Another one, nice. My wife is gonna be so happy. So this is the parts car. And it has all these parts that I wrecked on the Infiniti. And basically, the auto wrecker was going to charge me $800 for this piece, this crash bumper here, and that was it, $800. So to all you auto wreckers out there, do you realize overcharging people is going to put you out of business? I understand making a living, but what you did, that right there, $800 to basically be able to drive my car. Oh, and a radiator. To just be able to drive my car, like, that's criminal. Like, there is no way I'm supporting that. No way. Understand that rad support you were charging $500 for, or $450 or whatever the crap it is, you can buy that same thing from Lordco. Yes, Lordco. So you're paying nothing for this, and you're charging 500% markup. So that would be if you actually paid $100 for it, which you didn't. So basically, you get a car for $200, you charge $500 for that part, and you think that that's a fair price? Give your head a shake. Being a parts recycler is all about helping people. And the only ones that win are the people that are charging phenomenal prices for things. And I'm not calling out all auto recyclers. I'm calling out the ones that you know who you are, that are overcharging for stuff. Like, this is ridiculous. Like, be reasonable. Come on. The other day, I had a price out on a PDM for my Dodge, $2,500 used. Like, just take your head and stuff it in a bucket of water. Like, really? Anyways, I'm done with my rant. Back to the car. So what we're going to do is we're going to take all this stuff out. I've put a post up. By the time you see this video, it's probably, the car's going to be gone. But I put a post up so that anybody associated with my social media can get parts for this thing. And I literally want to see people be able to get parts for a fair price and be able to put whatever they have back together, because let's be honest, that's the whole point of having a parts car, so that we can get our vehicle up and running for reasonable money and be able to drive again. Like, we've had enough setbacks this year, the last couple of years. So working together and helping people, that's fair. I might use the engine might get sold. I don't know what'll happen yet. All this stuff will happen after the video's been recorded, so we'll see what happens. But anyways, now we're gonna jump into stripping this car down, getting all these parts off, so that I can have that ready to go back into my car, the 6-speed. Big thing though is this has an engine miss, and I want to make sure that I test everything before I sell the engine, because I'm not going to sell an engine to somebody that I don't know works good, because people like that out there, you disgust me. And so I want to make sure it's misfiring right now. It wouldn't even drive up the ramp on the trailer. It was so underpowered. So I want to find out what's going on, test all that, make sure it's all good. I want to be able to sleep at night, make sure that somebody's getting a good engine. And I will put this in a different video. I'm not making this part of this video. So anyways, let's get into this. We're going to tear into this thing. We're going to take off everything I need. We're going to finally be able to finish the other G, because I was missing parts. When it takes you a few months to build something, you lose stuff. This thing has everything I need, like everything. Like I need this, or this piece. I've got the airbox. I've got basically hot air going in. That's putting me down on power. And I need a wiper, because I didn't realize I was missing mine on my side. So then I can stop driving like a race car, because now I'm commuting with a guy from work, and my wife hates when that wiper's there, so I don't want to do that to somebody else either. So I'm gonna fix that right, and that G will be running better than ever. So I'm excited. Let's tear into this thing. So what we have to do now that I've closed my hood again and it won't open, not even with the stupid little, oh, it does. Oh, good. Don't do it. Don't do it. Oh, curses. Now we're going to take this apart. We're going to replace the rad. We've got some parts laying over there. Thank you, Lond of Parts. We're going to get this thing up and running, because I need this tomorrow. I've only got 2 hours. Or less. Probably less now. No pressure. Okay, so we've got the new rad in with the new cross support. Now I'm going to quickly show you. This is what happened with the old one. It cracked in half. It's pretty bad. I'm going to end up reusing my old bumper for time reasons, and then I'm going to put the old crash bar on here. As you can see, there's a little bit of a wall in there, so we're just getting ready to throw some coolant in it right now. I'm going to try to reuse some of the old coolant, and then yeah, we're going to go from there. So as I put this all back together, I'm going to be filling the system, so if we have any leaks, I'm going to find out right away, and then that way hopefully it takes me less time, because Well, I got places to be apparently today. So we got the bumper back on. We drift stitched it because it's funny. If you knew my grandfather, he did this thing too, where you'd remind yourself of the stupid thing that you did. So I wanted to leave that bumper the way it is. Also, I thought people would hate this car, but there's an overwhelming number of people at work that are like, don't ever paint that car. So I'm like, but if I put a silver bumper on, then it won't be the same. Partly that reason, partly as a reminder not to be an idiot and pay attention when you drive. Yeah, thank everybody for watching, Colby. No? Thank you guys for watching this episode of Southdown Garage. If you like this video, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Feel free to come along with us next time. Check out one of our other videos. And next time on Southdown Garage, we are going to show you how to diagnose a poor running G35. Not that one, the parts one. Sorry, neighbors. So I hope you guys are having a great day. I hope you guys are having fun. Get out there, do something enjoyable. Work on a race car, work on a pickup truck, or you're next. I'm doing a head gasket sooner than I wanted to. Next time on Southdown Garage. See you then.